are. This last week we went to San Jose, and APD cautioned us not to go in there. They were fearful for our lives, but because Victory Outreach has, I guess you could say, has already treaded that area, they know who we are. They know that we love them, and it was beautiful. We had over 300 people in attendance. We had people sitting out in their yards throughout the whole neighborhood. The police officers were driving by and just waving. We gave them a night off, and we just proclaimed the gospel message of Jesus Christ, and we proclaimed a message of hope and love, and that the violence would stop right there in San Jose. It was beautiful.
As I've been a part myself of Stop the Violence for the last couple of years, I've seen it seems like every year it's just getting bigger. There's more people getting involved, especially from the community. That really is exciting. But Pastor Danny, how did you even develop? When did you get the concept for Stop the Violence in the beginning?
Ronnie, a few years ago, about 6 years back, we had actually 7 years ago, we had sponsored. We had hosted a conference, a small conference here in town, and my father told me, he says, one of the nights of the conference, we want to target it to youth. So I figured, well, okay, we'll have a bunch of church. We'll just invite the churches, and we're gonna have get a rally going. But what happened is that we rented a good-sized church, held about 1,200 people, and we were there, and we passed out flyers. And as we were in the middle of this, we began to see there was a tremendous amount of violence and just a lot of killings, a lot of shootings, a lot of people. We were going to the D home a lot, which is the youth jail, and we would go there and we would see all these youngsters, and we started saying, we need to target these guys. Sick people need the doctor. So we went, man, to the streets, and we started, and we packed the place out. And from there, the night we were there, and there was hundreds of young people at the altars. The Lord had spoke to my life years ago that I was going to speak to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of youth at a time, and God was going to use me in a powerful way to minister to them and bring a rescuing hope to their life. And so as I saw that, the Lord began to give me a vision for the years to come. And the next year, we couldn't find a facility with 2,000 people, or we couldn't find. So the only place that opened up to us was the Duke Stadium, which holds quite a bit of people. And so what we did is we went ahead and went there, and to my amazement, because it wasn't us, it couldn't have been us, we almost packed the Duke Stadium out. And my pastor came from California. He says, "Wow," he says, "how did you even know you can have this many people?" I said, "Pastor, I don't know where they came from. There's a need." And then from there on, it started. We began to get a plan. We began to form a committee. After that, you came on board with the committee, and then we had different people. We have Jerome Martinez, who's our committee chairman, who is doing such a great job. He couldn't be here today, but he such a powerful job that he come on board. And we used to sell tickets for $1 a ticket. And then we decided that we didn't want to go that route anymore. We wanted to go sponsors. We wanted to ask the community to get involved, churches to get involved, and some churches have gotten involved. Last year we had a few churches involved. We haven't had a whole lot of churches involved this year financially, but that's where it started at. And it started like a rolling effect. We went back to the Duke Stadium, packed that place out with no seating available at all. We went to the Tingley Coliseum, jam-packed that place. Then we went from there to the Lobo Stadium, and we jam-packed one side of that place. And then last year we were back at the Lobo Stadium, and from there it's grown and grown and grown, and we've seen tremendous.
We have a roll in a clip that basically has a little bit of an outline of what the Stop the Violence is about. And if you're wondering, if you're at home right now and you're wondering, well, what is this? I don't know exactly what it is or what it is they do. I want to just go to this roll-in right now, just to give you a little bit of to shed a little bit of light on what Stop the Violence is doing in our city.
Victory Outreach has grown into a worldwide ministry and has entered a new era of explosive growth. At one time, they were reaching hundreds through evangelism. Today, with their unique style of evangelism, Victory Outreach is preaching the message of salvation to thousands at their citywide crusades. They have a special anointing to go to the most dangerous and darkest parts of the inner city, compelling men and women to come to Christ. They fearlessly go into drug-infested areas and proclaim the gospel to drug addicts, gang members, and anyone who will listen. God is fulfilling his promise of giving Victory Outreach treasures out of darkness and hidden riches in secret places. Thousands respond to the altar calls. Entire gangs have responded and are experiencing a changed life. In some crusades, gang members literally run to the altar to accept Christ. Their unique style of evangelism has made a great impact, and today they are reaping a great harvest of souls at every inner-city crusade.
This ministry is growing at a fast pace, and you need to be able to keep up with it. There's a growing process that's taking place in Victory Outreach, and if you're part of Victory Outreach, then God wants to grow you.
In 1978, fueled by the Holy Spirit, Dan Sanchez and a small team of former drug addicts arrived in Albuquerque, planting the seed that God would use to establish a local Victory Outreach. With determination and God's blessing, hope for the addict, gang member, and the prostitute went forward. Through the years, the ministry has brought forth precious fruit. In 1992, the mantle was passed from Pastor Dan Sr. to his son Danny Sanchez Jr. and his wife Barbara.
We're celebrating about 12 years that God has called this ministry here right into the city. And what's beautiful about it is this, that it's God that has called us. It is God that has called Pastor Dan and also his precious wife Barbara, and he's given them a mandate. And this vision that God has given to them, they have gone ahead and they've proclaimed it to you, and they have transmitted this vision within your lives as well. Those of you that are part of the Victory Outreach here in Albuquerque, this vision has been transmitted into your heart. And it is a beautiful vision that God has given to us and given to this ministry. When you think about it, you know, God has raised us up for a purpose.
Victory Outreach is an international organization that has been effective in reaching hurting people around the world for 30 years and locally for over 12 years. The endless drive of Pastor Danny and Barbara has influenced our city in a tremendous way. Victory Outreach has made a commitment to maintain rehabilitation homes for men and women in our city, assisting men and women to re-enter mainstream society and to become productive assets to our communities.
Violent crime has become so common in our society that some question whether the situation will ever get better. But community activists here in Albuquerque think they have found a solution to gang violence. 13 News reporter Lori Nixon joins us from 12th and Manal, the site of an anti-violence rally. Lori?
Well, preparations at this point are still underway. The rally officially starts at 6 o'clock. Victory Outreach is sponsoring this rally. It's a Christian ministry that's really made a name for itself by helping gang members and drug addicts. And many of the people who will take part here tonight either came out of the gang lifestyle or saw its effects. Now, since the rally is geared toward young people, organizers say the message will reach the kids on their own level.
We're going to be having some raps, we're going to be having some special music, we're having some testimonials, and we're going to be concluding with a drama presentation, presenting a drama of the realities of the life in the barrio. It's just a chance, you know, to reach out and help young people, just to get them involved and show them that there's another way of life.
And tonight, too, we're going to hear from the young people about how their lives were changed as a result of rallies like the ones that are going to take place tonight at 6 o'clock. Again, this is only the beginning. Organizers will host 8 of these rallies at different parts of the city.
Thanks, Lori. And several hundred young people are expected to turn out to hear the message, and we will have more on the rally tonight on 13 News 10 at 10. The national statistics about youth violence are frightening. Here is a chilling one. Murder is now the second leading cause of death for 14 to 17-year-olds.
Some might ask, can anything be done? Well, 13 News reporter Lori Nixon is here to tell us how one organization is trying to stem the tide of violence.
Right. Victory Outreach is a church organization that helps rehabilitate drug addicts and gang members. The tougher the neighborhood, the better.
I said it's time for the violence to stop in the city of Albuquerque.
While the problem of youth violence continues to be analyzed and talked about by the experts, Victory Outreach has been working on a solution for years, one neighborhood rally at a time.
It is the heart of our church to reach out to the young people of the city. We know that the violence is at an all-time high, the craziness, the shootings in the schools, and it is our desire to reach the young people, to send out a positive message of anti-violence.
Organizers say hundreds of young lives have been turned around. People like 18-year-old Manuel Lopez, who was taught to depend on God, lead a clean life.
We're involved in the dramas, I rap now, and I just thank God, for reaching out to me.
Organizers say the rallies are effective because the people delivering the message have escaped troubled paths of their own. 14-year-old Nathan Martinez says he now understands there is more to life than the drugs and gangs that surrounded him.
I was seeing drugs, gangs, violence around me, and I started getting involved into all that, and Victory Outreach just helped me and got me out of there.
Victory Outreach has identified 8 areas of the city where drugs and gangs are prominent. From now until late July, they'll hold rallies hoping someone will listen to the message.
This campaign was designed to host rallies targeting 10 of the most troubled areas of Albuquerque. The citywide rallies were held each weekend for 3 months. On Saturday, July 21st, 1997, Victory Outreach Ministries, along with many other ministries and 400 businesses, partnered together to present to the city of Albuquerque Stop the Violence Campaign 1997. The evening finale was planned to gather people to share with them a message of hope. There were Christian music bands, Asian rapper T-Bone, and Victory Outreach's local play, Image of the Neighborhood.
Yo, what's up with that? What you talking about? Talk to me, baby. Punk, Happy New Year, fool. This is how we coming. That's the bunches. All right, that's it. Don't leave this place without the love of Jesus coming in your heart. Come on, counselors.
1997 was the 12th anniversary of the local Victory Outreach, and a memorable banquet was held.